We know. Okay, I think we are all set right now. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and good afternoon, wherever you find yourself today, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in continental USA. It's a privilege once more to come to you tonight, especially for those of you on ground zero. And I want to begin by appreciating and thanking all of you on ground zero for the wonderful shutdown ghost towns that we had across Amazonia today. Again, I always consider it a privilege to come to you, and today I am going to be interactive. I like to know what you are thinking about our struggle, about our revolution, and about developments from ground zero, and of course about your interim government too. As you join, let me know what you have in your mind. Put it on your screen, and if you are lucky enough in my eyes happen to glance through, I will definitely be reading it. So please, may you go ahead. Let's do this as usual. For those of you watching by means of Facebook, let's do this as usual. Let's populate this platform. Let's populate this platform, and once we get a good number watching live on Facebook, I will start the presentation proper. In the meantime, there are a number of announcements that announcements and updates that I will be bringing to you while you go ahead and populate the Facebook platform. And I also love to announce that right now, ABC is able to broadcast simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube live. In the days or months ahead, we shall be able to also broadcast on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We are looking forward to getting ABC on all of these platforms, and of course, ABC's website is being worked on too. We are also working on an app that every Amazonian can download, a mobile app that you can download, and wherever you are, you did be able to receive ABC Live. Now, what many people are not aware is the fact that when we are off social media broadcasting, when ABC is off social media, Facebook, YouTube, and the rest broadcasting, ABC is still broadcasting live 24/7 on satellite on ground zero. So all what you see here, when I come over here, when other live shows come over here, that is not all that you see of ABC. You see us on Facebook only because we are doing live programming. When we are not doing live programming, ABC is still being broadcast 24/7 on ground zero. In fact, news programs are going on, international news programs are going on ABC for the rest of those hours. So once this app for ABC is ready, you will be able to receive ABC round the clock. Even when we are not live right here, you still would be able to receive ABC wherever that you are. So we are working on that app and also working on the website. You will be able to download that app once it gets ready. So round the clock, wherever you are in the world with internet or data in your phone, you are able to receive ABC just as everyone else on ground zero is receiving the channel. So there is a very important update that I thought to bring to you. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and quickly populate this platform. I have a very crucial and important presentation that I bring to you today. These are some crucial moments in our revolution, and crucial moments demands crucial or critical decisions. And that is why I am here today, speaking on behalf of the interim government, and of course, all of you, Ambazonians out there who stand strong behind this interim government. So please, as usual, the moment we hit 600 people, I will start speaking on the subject proper. But before I get there, let me say those of you who are joining, those wonderful interim government supporters, fans, and of course, minds who are always here on this platform. Please, I need these numbers to grow, to increase as quickly as possible so that ground zero can go to bed. Right after the broadcast, I just received a text that the Red Dragons are watching this broadcast live in their hiding, in their camp somewhere in the BLM. Thank you guys very much. Okay. Let me see who is joining this broadcast. I see Ipie Brian. Thank you, sir. Say share. I see also KJ Kulu. Your name is a little bit tough here to pronounce. It says the fearless. Thank you, sir. Please hit your share button. Let's get within the next 5 minutes. Let's populate this Facebook platform with at least 600 people so that I can begin this presentation proper. Ping Ann, always here. Thank you. A return, Babila. Thank you for joining the broadcast, Babila. I see Indum Emilia, it says watching. I see also Castro Labistreno, ever here. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are growing quite slowly on Facebook. Please, let's hit the share button. People are out there who need to get a link in their WhatsApp, in their Instagram, Telegram, Facebook groups. Please, Twitter, let them get the shares. Ochiba Chundo, good to see you, sir. I see your comment. Ransoma Netum, always here. No retreat, no surrender. We are winning big. Yes, sir, we are winning really big. Elvis and so, I see you, sir. So we need unity. Senior comrade, absolutely, my brother. We need it. Unfortunately, it's not buyable. You can't buy it. It has to come naturally because not all unity is good unity. Unity that is voluntary is the best form of unity you can ever imagine or afford. That is the kind of unity we are looking for. And I hope that others come. Shomiyalala Gorim. Whoa, what a difficult name. Good to see you, sir. God bless you. Hannah Vine. Say hello. God bless you, sir. Thank you, Vine. Oh, Hannah. Win you, Ngwa. See you. Santex. Kawun watching. Zoe Anderson. I see you, sir. Natru, our able secretary. Thank you, sir. Eriko Babila, I think I mentioned you a few minutes ago. And Jobe Henry. Okay, I see the numbers are rising. Please, as you join, go ahead and hit your share button. The moment you give me 600 people on this Facebook platform, I will start this presentation formally. All right, Desmond Elliott, my favorite here, always, Prisco Chabajong, yes, my little cousin here. Thank you for joining, sir. Honorable Secretary Chris, I greet you. Who is this? Awanda Rose. Okay, this is one of my biggest fans here. God bless you, Rose. Jonas Tani, I see you. Che Nwe John. Our IG is going stronger and stronger every day. Absolutely. In spite of all the distractions out there, your IG for real continue to grow stronger and stronger and stronger. And I love hearing that from you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you join, go ahead again. Let's make sure the numbers rise. I see Tina Yes, true unity comes from the mind. Thank you for confirming that, sir. Oh, ma'am, God bless you. Mercy, Joe. She's always on this platform too. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, ma'am. God bless you. Millie, Chi, I know you somewhere in that state, in the great state of Minnesota. Good to see you. All right. Please keep on hitting your platform. Keep on hitting your platform. We hit 600 people. I will come to you. We have about 390 something to go. Please, if these 200 people will just hit and get one person on the platform, we'll get 400 within no time. I mean, within 1 minute. Let's do so. Oh, I see Odogo. Hello, the secretary. Chris, the voice of the people. Thank you, sir. Good to hear that. John Bamo, watching from Germany. Jersey McLee. Hi, Chris. I know, watching with you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Lee Braza. I see you. It's a long statement there. I can't read all of it. They're scrolling on my screen. Amber Rosie. Sister Chris, don't bother. Persona non grata activist. Thank you, sir. I did it. Thank you, ma'am. I didn't say that. You said that. They are just increasingly becoming irrelevant by the day in the eyes and the face of everybody. All right. Peter Junior Taku, good to see you. Riser to Tang, always one of those here all the time. Thank you for joining. Inga Edison is watching. Inji Sangwe also watching. Fonkem Ballantyne, I see you, sir. The one and only Honorable Atta John, thank you, sir, for joining. Goodway Injeba, I see you. Betolet Deba, I see you too. Eileen Brebai, Tebi, thank you. Paddy Prince, I see you. Batum Sangwe, I see you. Voice of the voiceless, our able secretary. Thank you, sir, for that compliment. Chicho, hello, Secretary Chris says, ladies and gentlemen, these numbers are increasing at a very, very slow rate. Hit your share button the moment you join this Facebook platform. This is a very, very important broadcast, and I expect to see these platforms, Facebook, populated to its maximum. Now, why you go ahead and invite others? I have quite a number of announcements and updates that I would like to bring to you. You know, I have come over here a number of times to announce to you Amber Citizenship Drive. That will see the registration of every Ambazonian citizen in the diaspora. The registration drive for every Ambazonian citizen in the diaspora. Now we have announced 1st of August for that exercise to begin. We are looking forward to every Ambazonian here in the diaspora, anywhere in Africa except for ground zero. We expect every Ambazonian to enroll in this citizenship drive that the interim government is executing. If you live in ground one, you are more than free to join to enroll in the citizenship drive. However, if you live in ground one, we would advise, if you really have to enroll and get your ID card, you are advised not to carry it or use it anywhere in Nigeria, because we think it is not safe for you. Nigeria isn't as safe to our refugees as some people think it is. So, for those living on ground one, we would advise, if you really want to have an ID, an Amber ID, our appeal is do not carry it or present it to anybody in Nigeria or on ground one, because their ability to respect it or is not sure, and we do not want you to use it to expose yourself to their security forces as an Ambazonian. So that is very, very important. But for others in different communities around the globe, in Asia, in the rest of Africa, in America, in Europe, in North America, Canada, everywhere you can imagine. We want every Ambazonian to show up in your local government area, register your credentials, and get enrolled. You register your credentials, and then provide the necessary accessories that are needed, like passport, photograph, and stuff, and get your passport and get your ID card issued for you. This drive is very, very important for this revolutionary process, not because of the funds that the interim government hopes to get out of it. But we are looking at the future, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at the future. We are being projective of what lies ahead. You have all heard about negotiations about to take place. If that happens, and the negotiators or the mediators or the United Nations, the EU, happen to suggest that Ambazonians should go to the polls and vote, remember, we shall not be using La République du Cameroon's ID cards. We will never use their ID cards to ascertain who is Ambazonian and who is not Ambazonian. That is the reason why this drive for citizenship registration in all of Ambazonia becomes very, very, very crucial, very, very critical. So the drive starts on the Monday, August 1st. August 1st. I hope the team working on the website gets it ready before August 1st, because I know quite a number of people are interested in enrolling in this process from the onset. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are slow. As you join, please hit your number. I will not begin this proper presentation until there are 600 people on this Facebook presentation. So please, as you join, make sure you invite others. Hit your share button. Okay, I see them rising quicker now. So that is the announcement about the citizenship drive and the ID card drives. The project starts on August 1st. And all you will need to do is go on Ambazonia.gov, Ambazoniagov.org, Ambazoniagov.org. That is a website you will have to go to first of all, make your $50 payment. Once you make your $50 payment, you will then consult your local government administrators to find out how you can submit. I think this one too is happening on the website. I think it's on the website. You will have to submit a scanned copy of your birth certificate if you have it, or your passport and your current ID card. Even if it is expired, I think the team just want to be sure that indeed your origin can be authenticated. So you will have to present a passport photograph. You will have to present a passport photograph. You will have to present an ID card. Once you do that, your local government area should then provide you with I think they should furnish you with your ID card. They should get your information, get your passport, passport photograph, your ID, your old passport, and then get all that information together in there and send it to the processing center where they can then print your ID card and mail back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers again are slow. So that is the announcement. That is the announcement. Very, very important. So go ahead, please. Go hit your share button. I am not yet at a point where I need to do this presentation proper. I am still bringing very, very important announcements to you. So that was it about the Citizen Levies Drive. Citizens Registration Drive and the ID Drive. Now, also very, very important is our citizenship levies. Ladies and gentlemen, I know quite a number of people had withdrawn their citizenship registration or payments owing to all the noise about my trip to Boya, the auditing, and so on and so forth. Now that everything has been taken care of, we need to fund our government and we need to fund this revolution. Listen to me very, very carefully, and I am just being very honest to you. If you cannot fund the revolution and fund the interim government, some of us will just walk away from here. We are not being paid to do this. We are doing this because we know you are out there to back it up. Not everybody has the time to do what we do. But if we are doing this and you cannot back it and you cannot support it and you allow the struggle to be sabotaged, I can assure you some of us will walk away because I think we have taken enough beating already to sit here and be crying and be asking every day, begging you to support your own liberty, your own freedom. So my appeal to you is, please, if you had at any time withdrawn your citizenship levy payments, please go back to the website ambazoniagov.org. ambazoniagov.org. Resume payments of your citizenship levies. In fact, let me make a quick announcement here. These levies in a few months, in the next month, will become compulsory. That will be officially announced. Every Ambazonian in the diaspora, I think the levy will be $10, if I'm right, every month. Every month. We must learn from those who have walked this walk, this revolutionary walk, this independence walk before us, like the Sudanese, the Southern Sudanese, the Eritreans. We are trying to copy from what they did good to implement in our own struggle. The Eritreans were able to task every Eritrean in the diaspora to pay $10, I think it was $20 actually. But in our case, we are tasking every Ambazonian just the sum of $10 every month. Just imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if we have 5,000, let me just say 5,000 Ambazonians giving us, I'm sorry. Just imagine if we had 100,000 Ambazonians in the diaspora giving the interim government $10, just $10 a month. Imagine the amount of money we have at our disposal to prosecute this revolution. Our counties will not be struggling any longer to raise funds to support the boys on ground zero. Our LGAs will not be struggling either. And so, that is the appeal we are making. Please resume your citizenship levies. Go to the website ambazoniagov.org, ambazoniagov.org, and please register there to pay your citizenship levy. Again, I think an announcement will be coming up soon as to what is expected of every Ambazonian towards paying those levies. Please The numbers are rising very, very slowly. I need at least 600 people before I come to you with this presentation proper. Again, this is a critical presentation, a very, very crucial presentation, and I need this platform to be saturated. Saturated, yes. So, that is it about our citizenship levies. Again, please, if you had withdrawn your contributions and you want us who are standing in the forefront of this revolution to keep on doing what we are doing, do your own part. Do your own part. Remember our boys on ground zero. Imagine the sacrifice they are sacrificing. Not only the boys, every one of us, we all have families on ground zero. We know what they are going through. We can quicken their freedom. We can quicken their liberty. We can quicken this struggle by contributing generously every month. Imagine again if the interim government had $1 million, or just say $500,000 coming into the coffers every month. We would be able to achieve a lot, just a lot. And the Republic of Cameroon, I bet you, will be in trouble. They will be in trouble. So please, go ahead and hit your share button and quicken this presentation. Now that was it about citizenship levies. I'd like you guys to ignore what you see and what you read out there from detractors. They will not delay this revolution for a day. They will not delay this revolution for a day. From the onset of this interim government, we have seen Tom and Dick rise up to fight, to sabotage the interim government. Ladies and gentlemen, none of them so far. This is 3 years and counting. 3 years and counting. From SCAPAG, and from the consortium to SCAPAG, to the governing council, to the interim government, it has been war all along. When it has not come from La République du Cameroun, it has come from some men and women within us. But again, the good thing is that none of them has been able to destabilize this revolution. Even when they picked up our leaders and kept them incommunicado for a year, they were not able to break the back of this interim government and its leadership. And I can assure you, all of you out there, I received a lot of phone calls saying to me, Secretary Chris, please, I'm begging you, cover your eyes, close your ears to all those detractors. Close your ears to all that they are saying. And I say to them, listen, you don't have to be worried. Others have tried and they have failed. And whoever is trying right now will fail. And I can assure you, they are now already dropping like mangoes. They are dropping like mangoes. They too will fail. And this interim government and this leadership will prosecute this revolution with the best of our ability and with the best of our knowledge. Counting on you to do your part to support it. All right. Let me go to the next announcement here. Now, this is very, very important. We have heard some people saying, we have heard some people saying, let everybody just send his money just send his or her money to ground zero. Send your money to ground zero. Don't send your money to any group. Thank God they are saying group. The interim government is not a group. The interim government, just as the name implies, is a government. And the interim government will stay and prosecute this revolution with other cooperating groups all the way to Boya, all the way to Boya. And when you hear men and women say, don't say that just send your money only to Ground Zero. Just send your money only to Ground Zero. Don't send your money to the IG. Don't send your money to any group. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be very, very discerning. Be very, very discerning and be very, very smart. What they are saying is, do not support the revolution. There are no structures whatsoever on Ground Zero for you to send money to. So when you hear them say, send money to Ground Zero, they are saying, don't fund the revolution. No structures on Ground Zero for anyone to send money to. You have your LGAs by LGAs. Send money to your LGAs. Fund your counties. Fund your LGAs. They are the ones who are sponsoring and paying for every project that takes place, be it humanitarian or defense. They are the ones who will need that money. Ladies and gentlemen, because this is very, very important, we are not going to raise warlords on Ground Zero. Again, this is very, very important. We are not going to raise warlords on Ground Zero. We do not want at any point in time a situation where you have commanders on Ground Zero who are answerable to nobody. We need every commander on Ground Zero to be answerable to their local government or county administrators and security council, so that we are able to track their activities. We are able to advise them. We are able to correct them when they go wrong. We are able to stamp out this attitude of kidnapping and ransom taking. If you send money directly on the ground to any team, any defense team, you are saying to them, go ahead and destabilize the struggle. Let's not go that route. Refuse to listen to detractors who say, just send your money to Ground Zero. Just send your money to Ground Zero. Ladies and gentlemen, send your money to the interim government and to your counties and to your local governments. This is where the decisions are made. This is where checks and balances exist. This is where there is control. This is where there is accountability. We don't have any other structure that has this accountability and checks and balances. Again, when you hear anyone, especially some dropping activists out there calling for you to just send money on Ground Zero, they are enemies of this revolution. And we must not by any means, by any way, listen to them. We don't care what they go out there and say. I want you to know everybody in this interim government is stronger, more than ever before, in spite of all that you hear out there. So I wanted to set that record very, very straight. Anybody who says, send your funds, just send your funds, your contribution, your support to Ground Zero. Again, we do not have any structures yet on Ground Zero for you to send money to. Send your money to the interim government, pay your levies to the interim government, pay your levies to your local government, pay your levies to your county. Those are the structures, the only structures that we have on ground, that we have right now to administer this revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I need 600 people and I will start doing this presentation proper. But these announcements I am bringing to you and updates I am bringing to you, they are very, very, very important and, of course, very necessary to come to you. Now, I need also to announce that in the coming weeks, your television ABC shall be carrying out a very, very big fund drive. And I just want to take the moment to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who have been donating recently to support ABC. In the past few weeks or so, or 2 weeks or so, We have been able to raise over $8,000. Thank you for all your contributions. And that has gone a long way to help cut down some of the arrears of the bills we owe the satellite company. We want to appreciate all of you out there who are chipping in your money to support ABC. I will still call upon you. Please continue to do so. When we come up to do this very important fundraiser for ABC, all of you who have donated in the past 2 weeks, we will be able to read out your names and let you know, all of you, so that you know who has been contributing, who has been donating. Some of you out there, you have been doing marvelously. I want to especially at this moment thank Ngi, LGA, and many more LGA for taking up the challenge first from all the LGAs to support ABC. We thank you, Ngi. Yeah, I think it's Ngi. Is it? I think is it Ngi? Yeah, Ngi, and then many more. These are the two LGAs which have already started supporting ABC on a monthly basis. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, those numbers need to rise. Those of you just joining the broadcast, I have very, very important information that I bring to you today concerning this lockdown. It is crucial information. It is important information. So please go ahead, hit your share button, let others join so that I can bring you that information. But again, these announcements are very important. We shall be coming up with a special fundraiser for ABC in the weeks ahead. In the meantime, I want to thank Ingi local government and many more local government. I'm challenging other local governments. Please, this is your television, the people's television. And I want you to know this is a big asset. This television is a big asset. Some people are knocking their heads because of ABC. They know ABC is their nemesis, and they can't wait to see ABC shut down. But because of you, ABC will not be shut down. Please go ahead, continue to donate for ABC. The PayPal email address is support at abcambertv.com. Again, support at abcambertv.com. And if you live in Europe and you want to donate through PayPal, you can use the email info at abcambertv.com. Again, that email address is info at abcambertv.com. The Cash App number, I don't have it offhand. Somebody can put it on the screen there for others to see. We have a Cash App number which can be put on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, you are disappointing me today with those numbers. It's taking longer than expected for those numbers to rise. You are not doing your job. Hit your share button. I know I came up a little earlier, but there is no reason why by now we shouldn't have at least 600 people on the Facebook platform. I know some people are watching on YouTube, but I don't know how many are there. But hey, I need 600 right now, and I will come to you with this presentation. All right. One more very important announcement. I want to officially announce the coming of a Southern Cameroon's Amazonian festival coming up next month in the great ancient city of London, England. That big, huge event is coming up August 16 and August 17. Again, coming up August 16 and August 17. There shall be lots of display of amber culture during the day and during the night. I will be there. The president will be there. And you can expect a lot of IG members to be there. I am told they are expecting at least 2,000 people, 2,000 Amazonians all over Europe and the United Kingdom to converge on London, August the 16th through the 17th. So please, if you live in Europe, mark your calendar. Mark your calendar. Every route, all the routes lead to London in the United Kingdom for this great Ambazonia Cultural Festival. Again, I look forward to seeing you there because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, and I want to see all of you in London, in Manchester, in Leicester, in Liverpool, in Scotland, everywhere. Edinburgh, yes, Edinburgh is in London. Is it in London, in the United Kingdom? I think so. And Wales, of course. Ireland, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, Germany, everywhere in Central Europe. Please, looking forward to seeing you in London, August 16th through August the 17th. It's going to be a great event, a great event, and ABC will indeed broadcast it live for Ground Zero to see what their children, their sons and daughters are doing in white man country. So again, ABC shall be there live to cover that cultural festival. Arrangements are being made for that. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the numbers are rising. Hit your, if you are joining, hit your share button and get WhatsApp, get Telegram, get Twitter, get Instagram, get every social platform to know that I am here. All right? Okay. Now, still concerning ABC, we are looking for volunteers right here at ABC. We are looking for graphics designers, people who are good in designing graphics. We are also looking for producers. If you are a good speaker, a fluent speaker, a good writer, come and serve your country. Come, volunteer and serve your country. Be a producer on ABC. If you can do good programming, do your own programs, edit them and send to us like some other people do. We will gladly broadcast those shows. The ABC, ladies and gentlemen, is for every Ambazonian. That doesn't mean that we are just accepting everybody to come and do a broadcast on ABC. You have to be voted. Yes, you have to be voted because we do not want to anchor controversial people who are very inconsistent on ABC. We want people whose position can be predicted in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year. We do not want to bring somebody on ABC and before you know tomorrow they start bashing the IG or presenting stuff that is divisive using ABC. We will not do that. So if you are very much interested in producing a show on ABC and you have the equipment to do so, please contact us. Contact us. It's very easy to contact us. You can go to send us an email. So you can actually send me an email at canu@ambazoniagov.org. Again, that email is canu@ambazoniagov.org. So we need graphic designers. We need video editors. If you have knowledge of video editing, please reach out and volunteer your time. We also need web designers, application developers. If you have the knowledge of any of these IT stuff, please, we need your service. Maybe that's the only way you can render service to this revolution. Please, we need your service. Contact us. Again, the email address is canu@ambazoniagov.org. canu@ambazoniagov.org. So, Yes, we need those volunteers. We need producers. We need web designers. We need graphic designers. All this for ABC. And let me also announce that beginning next month, just how many days from today? 1 or 2 days from today, probably by the end of the week, ABC shall start a weekly news broadcast. A weekly news, breaking news broadcast. We are making some progress here, ladies and gentlemen. So please do the best you can do. Support the television station so that together we can make it to Boya. Last but not the least, last update or announcement, however, not the least. I want again to say this, ladies and gentlemen, all of us need to be very, very focused. Very, very focused on the revolution. There are a number of people out there who wants you to be distracted, who wants you to think that things are falling apart. They want you to think that the revolution is crushing. They want you to believe the interim government is falling to pieces. It is not so. This interim government is focused. We are not perturbed by the least by what is going on out there, especially on the social media platform. We are focused on executing the vision of delivering our independence. And we are appealing to you. Our strength comes from you out there. Our strength here comes from you out there. You will hear a lot of things out there, a lot of lies churn out to you from, again, irrelevant people who want you to believe the struggle is dying. The interim government is dying. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are focused on delivering this revolution or delivering our independence. I have said this before. And I like to say it again. This revolution, this interim government, ladies and gentlemen, may never be your government in Boya. The work or the job of this interim government is to facilitate, in essence, this interim government is only a facilitator to see that the goals of this revolution take us to Boya. The vision takes us to Boya, to see that we get to Boya as a people. There is no guarantee that this interim government is going to be the government that rules in Boya. All what we are doing at the moment is providing service at this present moment. Who knows? The negotiations in Switzerland, if they should hold, may end up with an election where there is a temporal or transitional government that takes us to Boya. And Chris Anu is not sitting here hoping to be your communication minister in Boya. Not at all. I know that clearly. I don't think Dr. Sako is sitting there thinking he's going to be the president in Boya. He may be. He may never be. So please, let this fact unite us. This is what unity means. If every one of you out there will understand that this interim government is only facilitating, is only a facilitator, we will all be united behind it to push this struggle so that when we get to Boya, politicians can then resurrect and do what they want to do. This is not a rebel movement. This is a revolution. A rebel movement wants to get to Boya at all costs and rule from Boya. But this is not one. This is a revolution where we seek a country. We seek an independent country. In other words, we all have the same goal. The same goal. The time for politics is coming. When we get to Boya, you can form 100 political parties as they exist in La République du Cameroon. Who cares? Who cares? But right now, there is no doubt, all of us want a free and independent Southern Cameroon. Let us realize we can all work together when we get to Boya, before we get to Boya, if the international community monitors and facilitates the process, there will be an election for a transitional government before we take over in Boya. So all this grandstanding and positioning here and there, I want to be the one to sit on the table of negotiations. I don't want to be left out. And people go and they are trying to facilitate elections. Some people are there condemning it and saying, oh, let's not go there. I see some people out there trying to say, let's go out and demonstrate against Swiss talks. What are you demonstrating against, ladies and gentlemen? What are you demonstrating? What do you want to demonstrate against in Switzerland? There is nothing on the table yet. We cannot have people out there who just want to go out and sabotage because they are not part of the process. It's a wrong perception. So please, I have seen some announcement or some protests. Is it August? I think it's August 16. They say they are protesting the Switzerland talks. What are we protesting? There is nothing to protest yet. And I also heard some audios out there saying, oh, we cannot trust the Swiss. How you know say cocky? How you know say pepper too much for cocky? If you never eat a cocky? Answer me. If you never taste soup for no say salt bitter for day, how you go know say salt is bitter for the soup? Ladies and gentlemen, they say a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. We have an opportunity in Switzerland. We strategically, this interim government has endorsed that Swiss plan. We will only walk away when we go to that table. Of course, we are not going there. You Ambazonians will decide who represents all of us at that table. The interim government with other groups will come together, sit on the table, and decide which experts will represent all of us Ambazonians. It's not going to be Dr. Sako. It's not going to be Bo Herbert. I don't think it's going to be Dr. Akwanga. No, we will get experts in negotiation, and those experts don't have to be Ambazonians in the first place, ladies and gentlemen. Those experts don't have to be Ambazonians. So please, until that moment comes, the Swiss themselves have promised us, they promised our leaders who went there for the pre-talks, they told them, listen, you are free, you are at liberty to walk out of those deliberations if you feel that we, the Swiss, are not neutral facilitators, as we want you to know. So my brothers and my sisters, fellow comrades, we cannot say to ourselves, let's walk out of those talks, or let's go out and protest. You know, no say soup bitter until you don't taste the soup. We are going to sit down in those talks, monitor the process, and see how transparent and also how neutral that the Swiss are. If at any moment we figure out that the Swiss are playing the game for La République du Cameroon, trust me, I will be the first person to come out here and tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have to walk out of this. We cannot stand this. But until we see that, let's be very careful. Let's not do what the SDF did in 1992. In 1992, that was when the irrelevance of the SDF and Chairman John Frundi began, when they refused to go for the first multi-party elections in 1992. I believe if you should ask Chairman John Frundi, the one thing that he regrets in his heart, in his life, for his political career, he will tell you the fact that they missed that election in 1992. Imagine, we are asking for dialogue, for negotiation with La République du Cameroon. And we have this opportunity with the Swiss. And then we say, no, the Swiss are not fair people. Let's look for another country. Let's wait. Let's protest. Just imagine what the international community will refer to us. They will say we are intransigent. They will say we are not serious. I have heard some people say we are not ready. We are not ready. So all these 3 years we have been fighting for independence and we are not ready for independence, ladies and gentlemen. All these 3 years we are not ready for independence. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready, and here comes an opportunity knocking at our doors. We have to walk in. We have to walk into those negotiations and walk out only when it is evident that the players are against us. Until then, we will seize the opportunity and hope that it turns out good. So for those of you out there talking about demonstration against the Swiss negotiation or perceived negotiations, this does not back it, does not support it. We are encouraging every stakeholder in this revolution. Let's seize on the opportunity, go to that table and out when we realize or discover that it will not turn out to be in our favor. Let's not allow La République du Cameroun. The U.S. stands for a federation and say they are not going for any negotiations. We will be the losers. Again, we will be the losers. This is very, very important. So, I think we're having some we'll get through with this. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the updates I wanted to pass over to you. And so I would like to go right now to this lockdown presentation proper. Something is going on wrong. Something is going on wrong with the broadcast, with the network. We are on and off. We are on and off. I will just continue. I hope that we have a smooth broadcast going forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will come to you with this presentation. I see that we are having some network issues, but it seems to be stabilized right now. Please continue joining in. Thank you for joining, ladies and gentlemen. Now, to the lockdown. To the lockdown. Ladies and gentlemen, you remember that last Monday, August the 22nd, there were issues. There was a demonstration. I'm having some technical issues here. I hope that the broadcast is not interrupted. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will just continue this way. I hope the broadcast is not interrupted. I hope you are able to listen to me. The broadcast, the network, I guess, is the internet network is flickering. It seems to have stabilized. Anyways, I hope everything is fine out there right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, about the lockdown, you will recall that last Monday, July the 22nd, our comrades, our brothers in Kondenge Center Prison staged a demonstration in that prison demanding for fair conditions fair conditions in that prison. They were demanding, protesting against the conditions of living in that prison yard. They had protested for the entire day, and they were then joined by some francophone detainees or prisoners in that facility. Now, I call them detainees, not prisoners, because they have not been convicted of anything, and they may never be convicted because they did not do anything wrong. But they staged a protest all of Monday and demanded to speak to officials, especially the Minister of Defense for French Cameroon, standing outside under the rain and protesting for the whole day. The minister walked into the prison yard and demanded to meet the protesters in the hall. The protesters were afraid if they walked into the hall, they will all be rounded up, and they refused to go into that hall. Since they would not go into the hall, they would not go into the hall, French Cameroon sent in thousands of military. And when it was night time, bullets and tear gas began pouring into their rooms in Kodenge. In the course of it, some died, very many were injured, and very many others were picked out and taken out of that facility. Now, the newspapers are reporting that 300 of our brothers, our comrades in Kodenge cannot be located. Some are dead, some were taken away. We have learned that some were taken away to a place called, some are in torture chambers in Yaoundé called Soa, Sed, Yoko, Mbam, Kim, and GSO. These are the locations. We now know some at least, those who are still alive, those our detainees still alive. These are the locations we have learned some of them are. Again, the centers are Soa, they call it Soa, I don't know whether I got the pronunciation right, Yoko, Mbam, Kim, and GSO, torture chambers in Yaoundé. Our comrades are in these torture chambers. They were taken away that Monday night to these destinations. Now, it is very, very clear, some were killed. We know for sure that in Boya, the following Tuesday, there were also demonstrations in prison, in the Boya prison. The newspaper says scores. Now a score is 20. And when they say scores are dead, scores could mean 40, could mean 60, could mean 100 or above 100. Now it is interesting to know that Yaoundé prison was constructed to hold, I think they said 760 people. But today that Yaoundé prison holds over 6,000 people. Boya prison was constructed to hold, I think, a little over 400 people. But now, Boya prison is also holding, I think, over 4,000 people. Ladies and gentlemen. So there is no doubt the reasons why those detainees staged the riot, demanding that the prison situation in those prison yards be upgraded. Of course, they also requested for a release, an unconditional release from those jails. You do not, in a country where there is law, you do not arrest somebody, hold him incommunicado, in jail, in those detention centers, and not charge him or convict him. In a real country, a true country, a democratic country, where the rule of law reigns, those people would long have been released if they cannot convict them. So, but this is the point. So many of them, 300 from Kodenge prison, were snatched away that Monday night and taken to destinations in Set, in Sawa, in Yoko, in Mbam, in Kim, and in GSO torture chambers in Yaoundé. We have learned, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot confirm this. We cannot confirm this. In fact, the burden is on La République du Cameroon to confirm this information, to prove that these our comrades are alive. We have been told that it is possible Mancho BBC take Conrad out of torture. Indeed, we will learn that take Conrad head was torture that night, that Tuesday night. In fact, do Cameroon to or wherever they are, these 300 in particular, we want to know if you do not want us to know where they are, at the least, give them access, give their lawyers access, give their families access. We need their lawyers to go see them. We need their families to go see them to ascertain where they are, their conditions. We want to know that they are taking medical treatment. We want to know whether they are alive or they are dead. Now, contingent upon this, we are saying to French Cameroon, if our comrades are not, if their locations or access to them is not disclosed to their lawyers and to their families within 5 days, if their location or access to them is not disclosed to their families, and if those who were killed in Boya on Tuesday cannot be accounted for, which means everybody who was in Boya prison up to Tuesday, July the 23rd, must be accounted for. If they are not accounted for, ladies and gentlemen, we are shutting down we are shutting down all of the southern Cameroon, and I mean all of the southern Cameroons. This, we are giving French Cameroon 5 days, beginning tomorrow, Tuesday, July the 30th. Beginning tomorrow, Tuesday, July the 30th, we will begin to count 5 days. And by the way, I want you to know, especially those of you on ground zero, we do not have any lockdown tomorrow. We do not have any ghost town tomorrow. We had ghost town today, Monday. Tomorrow, go about your life, and if possible, begin to do shopping. Start your shopping for your family, for your home, because after 5 days, we will come out with another announcement. That announcement will depend upon the reaction of French Cameroon following this decision that we are taking at this interim government. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the action. I am not going to announce what we will do, but we are talking about a lockdown that will seal up everything on the ground. And I want to appeal to you, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, our families on ground zero. We are not doing this to put you, to further put desperations over your life. We are not doing this to put pressure on you. We are not doing this to harm you. We are not doing this to put more trouble upon you. Absolutely not. We are very much aware of the difficulties, of the frustrations, of the trials, of the bad times that you are already going through on ground zero. But we have to do this. We have to do this because if we do not do this, La Republic will continue to pick up our brothers, our sisters, and lock them up, and they will be free to do anything to them because because they will know nobody will question them. Nobody will take them to task. If we do not do this, the next person they pick up may be you. Maybe you. We have to join our hands and shut down Ambassador and tell La Republique du Cameroon, you cannot continue with this impunity of arresting our people, putting them in your dungeons, and killing them at your liking. We must all come together, shut down Ambassador to send this strong message to La Republique du Cameroon. We have to do it. Now remember that last time, when we shut down FACO, we shut down Kumba Manfe Road, we were told La Republique du Cameroon was losing 400 million a day. Even if this shutdown does not have La Republique du Cameroon doing what we want, we would have finished with them economically and financially. That is the main goal. We are not doing this so that BA can step down. If EBS step down, how does it help us? It doesn't help us. We are doing this to send a message to La Republique du Cameroon. We are in charge. And you will not come to our territory and pick up our men and our women and lock them up and frustrate the lives of their families and then kill them when you want to. So, after 5 days, depending on the reaction that we get from French Cameroon, the National Security Council and Ground Zero commanders will convene after 5 days. The National Security Council and Ground Zero commanders will convene, and then I will come back to you to announce what happens during that lockdown. So, beginning tomorrow, Tuesday, we want all of you on Ground Zero, begin to do your shopping. Get enough water home. Get enough food home. So that if we end up announcing a lockdown, you will not say you were not ready. Please, this concerns all of us. It is not about this interim government. It is not about any group. It is about our brothers and sisters who are languishing in detention centers in French Cameroon. If our leaders in jail can even decree a fast, they are refusing to eat until the 300 are accounted for and those killed in Boya are accounted for. If they in jail can make up their minds, they will not eat until they know the whereabouts of their brothers, of their comrades. How much more of us out here in freedom? We have to do this. A total lockdown. We're giving La Republique 5 days beginning tomorrow, Tuesday, July the 30th. After 5 days, the National Security Council will meet with Ground Zero commanders, and I will come back to you with an announcement. You wait for that. This lockdown will not be like any other one. I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, it will never be like any other one. It is going to be a lockdown like unlike before. So, also for us in the diaspora, we are not going to put all this burden on Ground Zero. There was a time ago that we all went out carrying out demonstrations at the embassies, diplomatic missions, international organizations like the Commonwealth, the United Nations, the U.S. White House and stuff. We have to relaunch these protest rallies. We have to relaunch these protest rallies. The people on ground zero cannot be locked down while we are out here celebrating our families, going out eating and drinking and feasting and having parties every week. We have to do something. So I am challenging all our country heads and regional coordinators. This is where you come in. This is where you come in and demonstrate what you are able to do, how you can rally your troops in your community. From Europe to the United States, let us plan rallies to protest what La République du Cameroon is doing on ground zero. Even if our people are released, or the 300 are accounted for, and the dead in Boya are accounted for, we still all ground zero to step out to fight in front of these diplomatic agencies. We need to do that so we can carry our message across to the world. Bamilekis are going to profit from us, from this conflict if we relax. I'm telling you, when you hear the language of federation, federalism, that is what the Bamilekis are campaigning for. They are coming from behind us. They are coming from behind us to benefit more than us. If federation is not going to benefit us by any means, by any way, ladies and gentlemen, we have to stand up to tell the world this war that has taken over 10,000 of our people wasn't about federation. We have to stand up and tell the world, ladies and gentlemen, this conflict that has seen our villages, our towns burnt down, and little babies and their mothers shot to death, that did not happen under the guise of we looking for a federation. We have to send our message out loud and clear that we want our own country. And let me tell you something here. When you hear the USA talking about federation, I want to assure you, fellow Amazonians, no one country, no one group out there and around the world has the right to tell us, a people's group, what we need for a form of state. They have no right. They have no right. The good thing is that those same countries voted for Article 1608, in which they gave us independence. I am very disappointed, and it is the highest form of hypocrisy when the United States Congress will go out and say, oh, Mr. Beer, just go and meet your religious leaders, just go and meet your chiefs, your community leaders, and sit on the table and go back to federation. No. Where is our role? Where is our place on that table in that decision from Congress? Ladies and gentlemen, again, if we think that we will sit on the internet, behind keyboards and make our case known, we are joking. This is the moment we need to get back to the streets. We need to get back to those embassies. We need to get back to the United Nations. We need to get back to every diplomatic mission that matters to tell them, you're not going to decide for us. If they want us to, if they are talking about the root causes, inclusive dialogue, we must go there and begin from UN Article 1608. That is where the root cause of this problem is. So we have to stand up. Why ground zero is going without food, without business, without jobs? We have to stand up and face the international community and let them know our people have not died. Our people have not died. They have not perished. They have not lost their homes. They are not in refugee camps because of a federal system. And by the way, we have never had a federation before. Because I hear some people saying a federation like we had two-state federation as we had before was good. We had no federation in the past, ladies and gentlemen. With French Cameroon, we did not. If one existed, let them show us the articles that bind us, Southern Cameroons and French Cameroon together. Those articles do not exist. The British cannot show us. The United Nations cannot show us. So who is asking for federation? We are asking for a free and independent Southern Cameroon. And I want you to know, it is on our palms. Nobody will give it to us. We have to take it. America is not giving it to us. The British are not giving it to us. I read an article. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it amazing? If you are out there thinking that any country will give us our sovereignty, then you haven't started yet. A few weeks ago, I think all about a week or two ago, the United States had to ban one of the gendarmerie commanders on ground zero in French Cameroon, ban him from entering the U.S. just for the reason of trafficking in animal skin. But imagine, that's caused thousands of us are killed. Thousands, hundreds are missing in prisons. And not a sanction has been meted out there on French Cameroon. These people are doubting whether they care as they want us to believe. If they cared, they wouldn't wait for 10,000 people to be killed. They wouldn't wait for all our villages and towns to be burned before they step out doing something. So, ladies and gentlemen, I say this to say that our independence lies in our palms. Nobody is going to give it to us. We will have to go and get it. We will have to go and get it. And so why Ground Zero is paying the supreme price, all of us in the diaspora, we must resurrect those rallies, those protest rallies in front of the Commonwealth. Can you imagine the hypocrite that most of these nations are? Cameroon was admitted in the Commonwealth because of us, English speaking, the Southern Cameroonians. But in spite of the fact that regime continues to kill our people, has deprived us of everything, the Commonwealth, Great Britain, has not as much as deemed it necessary to suspend French Cameroon from the Commonwealth. Again, that speaks volumes. We will have to take back our country. We will have to take back our independence. They will not give it to us. They will not give it to us. Why Ground Zero is paying the ultimate price, we in the diaspora cannot allow them carry the burden all by themselves. We have to send money. We have to go out and protest in front of these diplomatic offices until they hear us. We must send the message out loud and clear that until we get to Boya, until our flag is erected in front of the Prime Minister's mansion, we are not saying amen to this struggle. And as we have heard it, we will fight it. We will fight it to the last person standing, ladies and gentlemen. That is a message concerning this lockdown. And again, I shall be coming back to you next week, possibly Monday or Tuesday, for a second announcement concerning the lockdown. Right now, beginning tomorrow, Tuesday, July the 23rd, we are asking every Ambazonian on Ground Zero, please stock your home with food and water. Stock your home with food and with water. And let's hope nothing happens, that French Cameroon gives the lawyers and the families access to these detainees and a report on those who have died. Unless they do so, this lockdown will be one unlike before. So that is the announcement on the lockdown. Now the second part of this announcement has to do with the census that you all have heard. The order being passed in Yaoundé by the divisional officers in Yaoundé, asking their chiefs in the region, in all of Yaoundé, to conduct a census, a count of all Ambazonians living inside Yaoundé. It is possible that order may extend to other parts of French Cameroon, like Douala, like the West region, the East region, and so on and so forth. We do not know why they need a census of Ambazonians living in their territory at this moment. We have no clue about it. But here is what we think. We think what French Cameroon is about to do is either planning towards their upcoming elections, I think in January, or they want to be able to target Ambazonians anytime they want, when it becomes necessary. We don't know why at this moment it is important for them to target Ambazonians. But this is the message from this interim government to the French Cameroon government and to especially Yaoundé's administrators. We want them to remember that they have Francophones living in Ambazonia. They have Francophones living in Ambazonia. I will not say anything beyond this. Let them know. Let them take note. They have Francophones living in Ambazonia. We know where they are. We know where they live. Should a single Ambazonian die in Yaoundé or anywhere else out of victimization, should a single Ambazonian living in French Cameroon be killed because he or she was an Ambazonian, we know exactly what to do. We know exactly what to do. We are asking our restoration forces in all of Ambazonia to get ready in the days ahead. Get ready, because tomorrow will be very, very unpredictable. And when I say tomorrow, I mean the future will be very, very unpredictable. Should they touch any of our citizens in their territory, we will respond, and we will respond very, very rapidly. Very, very rapidly. We have been persecuted enough. We have been killed enough. If they cannot account for those who died in Boya prison, if they cannot account for those who are missing and those who died in the Yaoundé prison, they will hear from us. And I will come back on Monday. I will come back on Monday with that announcement after the National Security Council of the interim government and Ground Zero commanders must have met and come up with a strategic decision. But for the moment, again, we are warning Yaoundé. Should any of our brothers or sisters die in Yaoundé out of this so-called census head count that they are instituting in Yaoundé, we know exactly what to do across the Mongo. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I thought to bring to you. And before I end this up, I just want to appeal to the international community. We have seen enough, we have heard enough, and you also are witnesses to what is happening out there. We do not know for how long you will see this impunity go on in your eyes. We are appealing to the international community to arrest this situation. Because if we are pushed to the wall, if Ambazonians are pushed to the wall, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised. This war will spill across the Mongo if we are pushed to the wall. If the international community wants to see a quick resolution of this crisis, this is the moment they stop saying inclusive dialogue. Call for the dialogue. Force La République to the table. We are ready to sit on the table to negotiate and to discuss. This is the moment for that. And stop saying you blame both parties. We are only defending ourselves. This is the moment for the international community to stop taking resolutions and start acting. That is the only way this carnage can be stopped. That is our appeal to the international community. But if you remain silent and we are pushed and pushed and pushed to the wall, we will spew this war over because we know how to do it. We have not done it because all along we have been defending only our territory. We have not done it because we did not declare war. We have not done it because the destruction has been in our territory. But if we should realize the international community is only making empty promises, we will take this war across the Mongol, because we cannot fold our hands and sit still and see our cities destroyed, see our town destroyed. We will encroach across the Mongol and do exactly the same. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is all I had for you tonight. I hope that you spread this word, you spread this message. God is on our side. We will make it. We will get to Boya. And when we get there, ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you, you will never remember this pain that we are currently going through. It shall come to pass. For those of you who can pray, please pray on a daily basis. The Bible said things are, it was King Otto who said things are wrought through prayers. Let's keep on praying. Let's keep on praying in our groups, in our churches. And I want to appeal to the churches particularly. We have a lot of the displays out there. Please collect goods, collect food items, dresses, mattresses. Help our brothers and our sisters who are living in the bushes. They need food, they need mattresses, they need dresses in the bushes. This is the responsibility of the churches to take care of them. We should not only know how to collect offering, seed offering, and all kind of offering for the ministry. Let's raise offering and buy food and take to the IDPs in the forest, in the bushes. Let's take care of them. Some of them are your church members who are in those bushes. I can't imagine that they have just been forgotten so soon. We sit here, we see images coming out of the bushes, and we have churches that can reach out to them and make sure they never for a day sleep hungry. I am challenging every ministry, the Baptists, the Presbyterians, the Catholics, the Full Gospel, the Apostolic, all the churches, the major denominations on the ground in Ambazonia. Please rally and stand up for our displays, those our brothers and families living in bushes. Take it upon you to meet their needs, at least for the moment. God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in.